Good morning folks, Ken Ring of www.predictweather.com. It's the 20th of May and the moon's on the move again. It's in Leo today, it's rising, here it is here, it's going this way up. If you're viewing it from the southern hemisphere like I am, of course it's going down if you're in the northern hemisphere. It'll be in the middle of the sky overhead, and that's the way it looks in the model at the moment there. It'll be in the middle of the sky at 5 p.m. this evening, and it'll be setting around 10:15 p.m. between the north and the northwest on the horizon. Now, just to get something off my chest, the Iceland volcano Eyjafjallajökull, it last erupted in 1821, because I looked it up, and because to see if it had done this before. Well, yeah, it's done it several times, and it actually stayed going, spewing ash into the atmosphere in 1821 for 14 months non-stop. Well, the climate in Iceland wasn't changed over the intervening 180 years, and so there's no evidence that it's about to change now, just because there's a layer of an ash cloud around, and it's a pretty thin layer. Volcanoes are just a fact of life in Iceland, and I'm just getting a little bit weary, I should say, of media reports that say this is some kind of an environmental catastrophe. All a volcanic ash layer is just another cloud. It can shield the sun, yes, but it can also retain the heat coming off the ground so that more warmth is retained underneath the cloud. That's what clouds do. They keep the heat in. But, the newspapers are seizing on this story and milking it from every angle. They'll keep it all going as long as there's ash coming out of a hole in the ground somewhere, because the flow of ash equals the public interest, which equals the flow of the media's profits. Well, as we said yesterday, we're going to go through the Australian states month by month now for the rest of the year. Starting off with Northern Territories, they're going to get drier than average months, except for Alice Springs, which will probably see some rain, good rain in September and October. Queensland, well, Carpentaria and North and the Central Coast, they'll get drier than average months between now and December, but other places further down will probably get some rain in September. New South Wales, for some places there's quite a bit of rain coming. For instance, in July in the far southeast and the mountains, Snowy Mountains and the Sydney area. And from October onwards in the west and the central tablelands, I'm talking about New South Wales, and November and December, they're looking pretty wet for all the state. Now Victoria, I think June and July and August, quite dry in South Riverina and the Melbourne region, but plenty of rain to look forward to after that. And the whole state should have a wetter year overall, wetter than average. South Australia, well, August is quite wet in the southeast, and then the rest of the state, I think, gets good rain from October onwards. Western Australia, the north should get average to drier months between now and December, so a bit dry up there, but from Pilbara down, I think enough periods of rain are going to happen to make the months wetter than average. So the prospect is fairly good overall, especially in the southeast of the country. And just a little plug for our new Northland, New Zealand drought report, which is now available from our ebook section. It's a lengthy report on what to expect in the region from now till the end of the year, because there's another drought looming, folks, and when the rain does come, if you can, you want to somehow conserve the water, because there's going to be some dry times, as bad, if not worse, than what they've just had in Northland. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you catch me tomorrow.